So today I'm going to make a video that I was supposed to actually do last week, but I never got around to it with what was going on in the stock market, all the inflation data that was coming out. But today we're going to talk about it, and this is Freetrade. Now I believe Freetrade are doing some things that are not very great for their users and being a little bit dishonest with a few people out there. And what I mean by that is I'm going to show you today why they're being a little bit dishonest. And also the thing with Freetrade is I thought Freetrade was actually going to be a really good upcoming UK investing platform. When they arrived on the scene a few years ago, it looked like a really big competitor to what was, in my opinion, Trading212, which was the best UK investing platform. But Freetrade looked like they could disrupt that and offer another option. Unfortunately, since that time frame, Trading212 did stop offering accounts, and Freetrade were able to very much capitalize on that opportunity. But since that time frame, in my opinion, Freetrade has been taking a lot of steps back, and we're going to be looking at why Freetrade is not really developing into the platform that it should be, and why it's been taking these steps back and not being as competitive, in my opinion, with the best investing platform out there, which is Trading212. So if you do use Freetrade or have an account on Freetrade, you probably got this email last week. Now this email said that they are changing their plans. Again, I think this is the second time within a year they've changed the plans. They said they're going to make it a bit simpler. Realistically, the reason why is because they wanted to increase the prices a little bit, and this is off what they already increased their prices a year ago. Now they changed it so they offered three plans. They offered a basic, which you just got the basic investing account, you got the general investing account, you got the standard, which offers you the general investing account and the ISA, which is really key because obviously if you're from the UK, you want to be using an ISA, so realistically you do really want to be using that, or the plus account, which is where you are able to get some stocks that are not available on the other options, your general investing account, your ISA and a SIP. Now, if you look here at the basic account, it's commission free, but your FX impact, or the fee they take from the FX, is 0.99%. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, that is a massive fee. To put that into context, the platform they were going against, which is Trading212, their FX fee is actually 0.15. So there's going to be massive amounts of money that you are going to be saving using Trading212 compared to Freetrade. And also that's all going to be in your ISA because your ISA is free. You don't have to pay anything for your ISA on Trading212. That takes a big amounts of money away from people that are using the basic account that's not even in an ISA. Now the standard account, it does drop to 0.59, but you are paying $5.99 a month, or $4.99 if you pay a month if you pay annually. So that's quite a lot when you work it out across a year. On your plus account, and to have the big range of access of stocks to be on the likes of Trading212, which you don't have a paywall to get every stock, you are then paying $11.99 a month or $9.99 annually if you pay upfront on a monthly basis, which is a incredible amount. You're talking nearly £120 without the FX impact as well, which is going to be way more than Trading212. Now this is a massively now moving away from becoming the number one investing platform, because so much for being Freetrade, it's definitely Freetrade, and it's not the first time you probably heard that joke over the last few days. So the fees that they are charging now are very, very expensive, and I don't even know how they can use the name Freetrade at the moment, because the fees that you're paying are massively away from where this platform was heading, which was a low commission model. So this is going to be a massive impact on investors that use this platform, and me personally, I would be looking to probably move away from this platform. And like I said, in my opinion, Trading212 is the best UK investing platform at the moment. Now the other thing that I really didn't like with Freetrade is that they did this. They then stuck on the lower part of the email a comparing to other providers. Now, if you look at the other providers, they put two on this list, and the key thing is they actually put 2 US/EU trades. So not actually more than 2, because then it actually loses competitive edge a little bit, which was once again a little bit cheeky for them to do that. But you can see here, this is them using their basic. They're not using their platforms, the standard or the plus platforms, which you're probably going to use to get access to them stocks or use an ISA. They use that platform here. And you can see here, they actually compare themselves to probably the two expensive UK brokers out there, which was HL, Hargreaves Lansdown, an interactive investor, which I don't know why they're comparing it to them two, because them two are kind of more legacy, more customer service based. I would say to more higher wealth users that probably will be more moving towards them platforms compared to something like a Freetrade. I don't know why they're comparing it to them, because realistically, who are Freetrade battling away with? Freetrade are battling away with Trading 212. So I don't understand why they've selected the two most expensive platforms, but not actually compared it to the likes of Lightyear, for example, Trading 212, their actual rivals. Why they're not on here? Well, obviously they decided not to use it because the platform would look very expensive. But I think this is really questionable how they can use something like this to make it look like they're offering a cheap platform when realistically it's now quite an expensive platform. And like I said, for me, the fees that you'd be paying on this platform now, I have no idea why anyone would want to be using Freetrade. I would definitely be saying that Trading 212 is where I would be going. Now, I guess overall, why have Freetrade now restructured their pricing 2 times in nearly a year? Why are they being a little bit more of an expensive platform? Well, I think there's a few things that could be factoring into this, and if we actually take a look at the company accounts here, which they last filed these for their year end, which was the 30th of September. Now, we're going to have some new accounts very soon, but if we actually go through Freetrade's new accounts, during this time frame, a lot of the company's revenues would have gone up. So probably they're looking that we need revenue to go up, and maybe at the moment, because of the market that we've been in, there's not really been new investors coming into the investing scene. So revenue might be a little bit, as you see here, the revenue had a crazy jump. You know, they're probably thinking, well, if we need to go maybe raise some capital, we need to show that our company is a growing company still. So maybe they've increased the prices so the revenue goes up, so they make more money from the new users. And that's because also they're not attracting new users at the moment, because no one, even though it's the best time to invest when there's a bear market, people don't invest in a bear market. People only start investing when it's in a bull market. It's what happens. That's, you know, in 2020, everyone got excited in a bull market, and that's probably when you wanted to be a little bit more cautious. And that happens. So that might be one reason. But my bigger reason is probably this, and that is the money they are currently losing. Previously, they lost 9 million in 2020. If you look now in 2021, they lost 18 million. So the losses doubled up. Even though they have pretty good gross profit margins, and I don't know how they're spending nearly double in operating expenses, they are losing a lot of money. So maybe there's a point where they have to go, okay, we need to make sure we're not losing as much money, and that's why we're increasing our prices at the moment. And to put into context how much Freetrade are actually losing money, at the moment they lose the amount of money that they currently have sitting in cash. So you can see here, this is why they need to be also looking to raise more capital, which since they have done. So this is all outdated information because they have raised more capital. But this is probably why they're nearly burning through the amount of cash they currently have. So that's probably why they need to make sure, okay, we need revenue to look good for if we need to attract investors. We need to also make sure we bring the losses down because we're nearly burning through the cash that we hold on the balance sheet. And that's probably why they're raising the prices. And it's very tricky for something like a Freetrade to battle away, say, something like in Trading 212, because Trading 212 have the CFD platform. The CFD platform funds a lot of the actual ISA and invest accounts. So they don't have that platform that makes them the money where they can keep the fees really low at the moment. And that's why they're probably losing out on the battle to Trading 212. So Freetrade is in a really tough situation here where the company is nowhere near as competitive as the top dog at the moment, which is Trading 212. And at the moment, it looks like the gap's only getting wider and wider. And if, like I said earlier, if I was a free shareholder, a Freetrade user, and I use their platform for investing, after this update, I would definitely not be looking to open up or continue to use my account in Freetrade. I would 100% be looking to move to Trading 212 because I thought this was a big, massive rip-off to the Freetrade users, and also a little bit disrespectful how they tried to make it look like they were doing them a favour when realistically they were making themselves more expensive and not really giving a fair reflection on how much this is actually going to cost compared to their actual biggest rival, Trading 212, and how much more expensive it's going to be used now. So yeah, definitely not a great email that came out from Freetrade, and also I would say very disappointing how they were trying to cover it up and make it look like it was still one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest platform out there. So yeah, not good information, not good moves from Freetrade at the moment. So hope this video is useful, and it just shows you as well how quickly an investing platform can come from a very up and coming. Same with businesses, businesses, and when you invest into stocks, exactly the same. How a business can look so optimistic if only a year ago, 2 years ago, and very quickly how that can change. And I think that has changed, where Freetrade isn't moving back into a positive direction now, where it isn't one of the best investing platforms to be using out there. So that's the video for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you in a bit.